Hey everyone, I'm going to try and get through this pretty quickly. We've got brand new firmware for our Nintendo Switch. It is now up to 10.0.0. My initial thought was I'm going to hop in, check out the patch notes, and see how much stability are we getting this time. Well, they gave us a little more than stability this time. It's not the themes that you've been asking for. You can't put your stuff in folders or anything like that yet. But what did they add? Well, they added two things that I think are huge, absolutely huge. Let's take a look at the first thing. If I go into my system settings, the first thing that I now have the ability to do is come down here to data management, and I can now move game data from my system memory to my SD card and back. I can move my stuff around. Let's say that a brand new game comes out and it's huge, and I don't have enough free space on my SD card in order to install that game. And I don't have enough free space on my system memory to install that game. What I would have had to do before is go in and delete a bunch of stuff and then re-download that stuff after installing the new game so I could kind of get my stuff where it needed to be. Well, now you don't have to do that anymore. You go into move data. It checks out your free space to see how much room you've got. And then we make a decision. We want to decide, am I going to move it to my micro SD card or am I going to move it to my system memory? Let's move something from the system memory. Now, a lot of these games are going to be really, really big, and I don't know how long it's going to take to do a transfer, so I'm going to scroll way down to the bottom. It looks like they're ordered by how much room they take up. So we're going to scroll down to the bottom, and I'll say, look at this. We've got, Thoth. That's a great game, by the way. I think I have a video here on the YouTube channel about Thoth. But let's grab Thoth, and I'm going to move the data over. And it wants to say, yes, we're going to move that. So I click move. And it says moving software 35 hours. Oh, okay. So that was just its initial thought. Oh my God, that scared me. I thought it was going to take 35 hours. That would have been real bad. It was like the old Pikmin picking up stuff and moving it. All right, so the data move is now complete. So now I can easily manage my data. Now, the one thing that I want to make sure that I point out by actually looking at the real patch notes here is that it says right here, save data and some update data cannot be transferred to an SD card. Well, okay. When I first saw this line added an option to transfer software data between the system memory and an SD card, I thought, oh, look at that. They gave us a way to back up our our Animal Crossing. They finally gave us a way to back up Animal Crossing. Yes, we can transfer it to an SD card, copy it to another SD card. No, that's not what they did. They didn't do that. That's all right. We'll survive somehow. Let's take a look at the other big option that they gave us. And this one came out of nowhere. I mean, I guess they both kind of came out of nowhere, but this one's huge, huge news. And that is the ability for us to now remap the buttons on our controller. You go down to controllers and sensors, and you go into change button mapping. And this is super cool. I'm going to go into my Pro Controller. And I'm going to change on my Pro Controller. I'll say that, here we go. I've been playing a lot of Final Fantasy VII Remake lately. And the confirm button on PlayStation is the bottom button on the controller, the bottom face button. And the cancel button is on the right. And on Nintendo, they're switched. So I go into here, and I'm going to switch my A button to the B button. I'm going to switch my B button to the A button. And, okay. So that allows me to switch my controllers the way that I want. Now, if I, all right, that didn't save because I hit the wrong button because I switched them. That was confusing. All right, so I go in and now we hit done. Okay, no. Here we go. Okay, so now it is switched. And then if I want, I can save my mapping to the Pro Controller. And now whenever I use this controller, my my A buttons and B buttons will be switched. Now I don't actually want that, so I'm going to switch it back. Again, I'm hitting the wrong button. Because I've switched my confirm buttons, and then I can go back down here and I can hit reset. And I keep hitting the wrong button because I'm using a reset. So now my buttons are back the way they are. Yes, now my buttons are back the way that they're supposed to be. This is really cool. So imagine for a second that you have a game that just uses one button. And you hit that, you just hit A button to do stuff. But you can say, all right, when I play that game, I want B, Y, and X to also be the A button. Now, the only problem is that you can't do this on a game-by-game basis, so that kind of causes an issue there. And in addition to the game-by-game basis thing, another issue that I see with this is sometimes when you're playing a game, rather than putting up a prompt that says press A to do whatever, it says press, and then it shows the 4 face buttons, and it highlights the one that they want you to press, right? But if I have gone in on my Nintendo Switch and changed where these face buttons go, the game is not going to know that I did that. I have to know that I did that. So while this is really, really cool, this could cause some real problems for you if you're not careful. So I just wanted to let everybody know about that. I want you to think about that because that could be bad for you. All right. The last thing that they did is they added in new Animal Crossing themed icons for us to use. So if I go up to my profile page and I set my profile, and right here, there's my character, me, and I scroll down. Well, we already had these Animal Crossing people. We had these guys too, I think. But now we've got these new ones. We've got Tom Nook, Timmy and Tommy, Isabel, Wilbur, I think is his name, CJ, and Flick. So those are the new icons that you can pick. You know what? I've had this, that Link one for years, I feel like. So I'm going to switch to Wilbur because he is awesome. And that's our update. So hopefully that is useful to you. Thank you very much for watching. Leave a like if you found this useful, and leave a comment down below if you want me to do more frequent little tiny videos like this. I'll see you around. Bye-bye.